Hello, everyone. Can you see me and can you hear me? If you can hear me and see me, can you type yes in the chat room, please? Yasmin, you can't hear me? All right. So Ismael and Jackie, you can hear me and see me, right? All right. Ismael, you're on your cell phone? Jackie, you think you're on a laptop? And Yasmin, can you hear me? Andres, can you hear me and see me? Yasmin, si alguien en tu casa está ocupando el internet, diles que te den una chance y que paren un poquito para que se pueda generar bien el video y el audio. Hello, Andres. All right, so look, we we are going to be working on here for, I don't know, maybe the next few weeks, and let me explain something. Some of you should be able to speak. I see that Ismael is the only person who can't speak and who can't upload his video, but Andres and Yasmin and Jackie, I can activate and lock your microphones and your video, um, but we won't be using the microphones or the videos unless I ask for your participation. You know, because sometimes one of us has too much noise in the back and we can't hear each other. But Andres, Ismael, Jackie, welcome. Yasmin, is it working now? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see what's going on with Yasmin. Okay, thank you. Well, we're going to begin. So first, I want to say congratulations to everybody. You have finished the A2 level. Right now, we're going to be working in the B1, B2 level, which is what most schools require if you want to get a degree or something like that. So by the time that we finish this book, everybody should be a good speaker and a good writer, a good listener, and a good reader. Now, honestly, this is one of the most difficult books that there is. Um, but also the grammar and everything like that is more practical. It's things that real speakers use more often. The audio is bad. You can't hear me? Do you have headphones? Nick, welcome. Hold on, let me see. Let me try this. Ismail, what about now? Is the audio a little better? Yes? Okay, good. Well, I guess I gotta keep my headphones off. Well, sometimes. Does it sound like a fan? Maybe I need to turn off my fan. Here. Okay, so let's begin then. Now, in this one, it's supposed to be the purple book. Did everybody receive the book in their email? Yes? All right, good. Yeah, when you have the time, print those out, please. It'll make everything easier. Um, well, if you look in the bottom, I guess the bottom right on your screen, you will see a little hand. It is like this. Does everybody see the hand? You don't see the hand? If you move the arrow to the hand, it says status. Yes? Okay, if you would like to speak for any reason, you can click the hand and it will raise the hand. Click raise hand. Okay. So everybody try it right now. Raise your hand. All right, I see you, Jackie. Ismael, Nikte, can you raise your hand? All right, Nikte, thank you. Ismael? No? Oh, yeah, because you don't have the microphone and the camera. Do you have a laptop in your house, Ismael? Computer? Yeah, if you can, please try to use the computer. So that way you can speak and you can see if we need you. All right, everybody, take your hand down. Put clear my status. Oh, okay, okay. If possible, ask her for it. Okay, okay. You can only use your cell phone. Okay. Well, what can we do? All right. So let's begin. In Unit 1, we're going to talk about interesting lives. It's kind of like a review of everything we have learned and a little bit more. All right. So interesting lives. In Unit 1, you learn how to use the simple and continuous forms of verbs. Use verbs that are followed by verb ing or to verb. Tell interesting story about your life. Use the present tense to highlight key moments in a story. Use this and these to highlight important people, things, and event. All right. So I want you to take a second. Can everybody see this? down here before you begin? Yes? Yeah, I circled it. Who is English Access 1? Luis? Okay, okay. Did you help Yasmin, Luis? All right, great, great. So look at those three questions. Do you know any interesting people? Why do you think they are interesting? And what interesting things do they do? All right. On a piece of paper on your notebook, I want you to write down your answers. Do you know any interesting people? Why do you think they are interesting? What interesting things do they do? Let me give you an example about my uncle. My uncle is an interesting person that I know. He is interesting because he is a doctor and he travels the world 3 times a year. The interesting things that he does is he goes to new countries and takes a lot of pictures and brings back souvenirs. And not only is he a doctor, but he's also the general manager of a private hospital. All right. So please, on a notebook, write your answers, and then we're gonna take turns sharing our ideas. Take 5 minutes. It is no, take 3 minutes. It is 4:58. At 5:01, we will share our answers. Everybody understood? All right, everyone, one more minute. Are you finished? Nikte, are you almost finished? All right. So, Jackie, I am going to activate your microphone. If you look where my video is, it should have a little microphone. If you press the microphone, yours will activate. All right. Let's see. Jackie, do you see the little square where my face is? All right. If you put your arrow to the little square, you should be able to see a little microphone. Did you see it? Yeah, there you go. Hello, Miss Flores.
Hello.
All right. So tell us, do you know any interesting people? Why do you think they are interesting?
Yes, my history teacher. Why? Because he loves the history. So he travels to different countries and he know a different cultures.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice, nice. Are you interested in history too?
No.
No?
Well,
All right. Well, thank you for sharing your interesting person. Now, Nikte, I unlocked your mic. Can you begin to explain to us what your interesting person is?
Hi, hi.
Hello, Nikte.
Well, my interest person is music.
Yeah,
By the way, today is Carol's birthday. She is my sister. She is teacher. She likes to travel and to the she likes the adventures. Just now,
yeah,
in Córdoba, taking a new adventure. She's taking up the paraglider.
yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you remember Nikte, Ismael, and Jackie. She was a student that came with us one day, like 3 months ago. She is she's working in Puebla.
Yes.
All right. Welcome, Nikte.
Thanks.
And Ismael, could you write your answer in the chat board? All right. Thank you, Nikte.
You're welcome. I,
Oh, he tells you his stories. So your dad is obviously not very poor anymore. He sent his son to a good school, and he's also sending you to the English classes. Yes, it's very interesting to hear those stories, right? Those testimonies, how people can be very poor and then still have a great life. Very good. All right. So let's begin. Luis, you're taking the class with us too, or are you just observing? I don't know. Maybe he went to the bathroom. Well, can everybody see this? Okay. So Luis, you are participating? Okay. Well, it's the first day with the online classes for you guys, so things can be a little difficult. This program is new, the the method is new, but I think maybe tomorrow or Wednesday everything will be better. So I ask you, to please have a little bit of patience. Make sure nobody is using the internet, and always bring your notebook and your student book. And the good thing is you can eat while you're taking the class. And well, let's begin. Jackie, can you unlock your microphone, please? I'm sorry. Now can you unlock your microphone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so everyone, I am going to read the questions and Jackie is going to answer them. The question that I want you to pay attention for is if you have anything in common with Melita Cortez. All right. Melita Cortez is the beautiful woman in the picture, and they are interviewing her. She is the student of the month. In the chat room, can you write why you think she is the student of the month? She's an artist. Nikte Ismael. Don't forget to write in the chat room. I know you don't speak much, but I know you're good writers. All right. Well, let's begin. You should really get to know Melita Cortez, a graduate student in our English department, also a talented artist. She spends her free time painting, and she started a culture class last month. She hopes one day to have an exhibition of her work. All right? So, Jackie, I will ask the questions and you answer, okay?
Yes.
Student of the month, Melita Cortez. How long have you been living here?
I've been living in Mexico City for 5 years. I came here to go to school originally. It's great place to live.
All right, very good. Have you ever lived in another country?
No, I haven't, but my brother has been living in Bogota in Colombia for almost a year now. I'm going to visit him later this year.
Very good. What kind of music are you listening to currently?
Well, of course, I love Latin music. I'm listening to a lot of Latin jazz right now. I like to listen to music when I paint.
Excellent. What's your favorite way of spending an evening? What do you do?
I like to go out with my friends. We go and eat someplace, and then go dancing all night.
Nice. When did you last buy yourself a treat?
Last week, actually, I was at a friend's art studio and I fell in love with one of her paintings, so I bought it.
Nice. What did you do for your last birthday?
I went home and had a big party with my family.
Great. What's the nicest thing anyone has ever done for you?
Actually, about 6 months ago, I was complaining to my dad that I didn't know how to drive, so he paid for some driving lessons. I was thrilled.
You were thrilled. Nice. Who or what is the greatest love of your life?
Oh, chocolate. I can't get through the day without some.
Great. What were you doing at this time yesterday?
I was sitting on a bus. We were stuck in a traffic for an hour. For an hour.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So, guys, if you notice, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions. But all the questions are not using the same time tense. Question number one, what time tense is it using? What time tense is question number one? Very good. The present perfect continuous. All right. So Ismael, Jackie, Nikte, is the present perfect continuous something easy to you or difficult? Okay. Well, if it's easy, today we're going to review it and it should be easier. Nikte, we will work with you at today or tomorrow. Then you will definitely understand the present perfect continuous. Now, question number two, what form is it using? What form is question number two? Please type the answer in the chat board. Present perfect. True. And number three, what kind of music are you currently listening to? What tense is this? What kind of music are you listening to currently? Is it the simple present or is it the present continuous? Simple present or present continuous? Very good. It is the present continuous. Number 4, what's your favorite way of spending an evening? What do you do? Is this the simple present or the present continuous? Number 4. Yeah, it's a simple present. And number 5? Simple past. Very good. Number 6. Yes, simple past again. 7. Ismael, feel free to participate. Yeah, everyone, if it's possible, try to write as quickly as possible. And it doesn't matter if a person gives the answer, you throw the answer too, so that way everyone can participate. Yes, number 7 is the present perfect again. Very good. 8, who or what is the greatest love of your life? Simple present. Very good. And number 9 definitely is the past continuous. Very good. Thank you, Nika. Okay. So something that I want to mention right now is that if a question is in the simple past, you answer in the simple past. If it's in the present perfect, you answer in the present perfect. Past continuous, you answer in the past continuous. The only time that you can switch the tense that you answer in is if you include a correcting expression, such as actually, well, you know, all of these if I can use them in my immediate answer, and it can change everything. So, for example, if somebody asks me, "Did you eat tuna yesterday?" Did you eat tuna yesterday? What tense is that? It's the past. Now, the most common answer would be, yes, I did. But notice how I say this. Actually, I eat tuna every day. Now, the question was a simple past, but when I used actually, what tense did I use to respond? The present. And that's what I mean. If you use the correcting expression, you can change the tense. But only when you use that is it okay. All right? So the general rule, simple present, answer, simple present. Question, simple past, answer, simple past. But you always have that exception with actually, well, I mean, all of those expressions help us to make it how we want to respond. All right. So we have read about Melita's interview. On a piece of paper, write down some things that you have in common with Melita. Oh my, with Melita Cortez. Take 2 minutes, and then we're going to share with the class. Ismael, since you can't speak, you can write it in the chat room. All right. Ismael, while the ladies are speaking, please write your answer in the chat board. Nigde, you are first. Please unlock your mic and tell us what you have in common with Melita Cortez.
Hi, you listening?
Yes?
I think that Mexico is a great place also. I am an artist. I spend my free time singing like a passion and job. I am graduated in an administration degree. So, uh,
That's all? Nikte?
that's all.
Okay, okay. Thank you. And Luis is right. Your microphone does sound a little difficult to hear. Are you using your headphones?
Yes, I am using.
Okay. Now it sounds a little better. It sounds like you are close. All right. Well, thank you, Nikte. Jackie?
No.
Um, we have in common that I like to listen to music when I do different things. And I like to go out with my friends.
Yes.
Yes,
That's all?
yes.
All right. Nice. Thank you so much. And Ismael, thank you. I guess all of us like to listen to music when we do different things. It's good. Now, let's go to the bottom. Exercise B. Can you choose exercise B? We are right here. Can you choose the correct form of each question? Circle A or B. Use the interview above to help you, then ask and answer the questions with a partner. Number one, what is correct? What book do you read currently? Or what book are you reading currently? Please write your answer in the chat board. What is correct? A or B? Come on, everyone. Said A. What book do you read currently? Okay. Jackie? Yasmin? What do you say? It's A or B? Yasmin, can you hear now? Okay, Nikte, Ismael, and Jackie, all of you are wrong. The correct answer is B. So let me explain why. Currently means at this moment, right? Or in this time frame. Like right now, currently, you are taking the class. Currently, we are sitting in our house. Currently, AMLO is lowering the gas prices. All of these things are happening now. When we're talking about right now, currently, at this moment, we're using the present continuous. So let me write that down. Present continuous time expressions would be right now, now, at this moment, currently, all of these expressions would be considered present continuous. So, what book are you reading currently? You can say, oh, I'm reading El Principito currently. Or you can respond, I'm not reading any books. I'm not reading any books. But maybe next year. But maybe next week. All right, number 2. What is the correct form of the question? When did you last see a really good movie? Or when were you last seeing a really good movie? Please write your answer in the chat board. Is it A or B? Why the question mark, Nikte? You're not really sure? Jackie and Ismail, what do you say, A or B? A, I guess A. And all of you are correct. Very good. Now, does anybody know why it is A and not B? No? Okay. Whenever you see the expressions last, or first, you can consider them the simple past. Because remember, the simple past is for an activity that you did one time, something that is finished, completed. The first time, well, there's only one first time. The last time, well, there's only one last time. So you can say that it's complete and or finished. So when was the first time, or when did you first go to the beach? When did you first go to the beach? The first time I went to the beach was in 2001. When was the last time you went to the beach? The last time I went to the beach was yesterday, or I went to the beach yesterday. Last and first, simple past. All right, let's move on to number 3. Have you ever stayed up all night? Have you ever been staying up all night? Now, let me give you a hint. A is present perfect. B is present perfect continuous. Remember, we use the present perfect continuous to talk about something that started in the past and continues into the present. Or we can use the present perfect continuous to talk about to talk about the process of something. And then the present perfect is for the result. So think about it. Is it A or B? Ismail and Jackie, what do you think? The correct answer is A. Very good, Jackie. Now, let me explain why. First, ever is present perfect. That is the first reason. And have you ever been staying up all night? It's not a process, and it's not something that started in the past and continues into the present. But Yes, sorry, my computer shut down. Um, so I was here explaining that ever is always the present perfect. Have you ever stayed up all night? Now, we use ever. Ever doesn't really have a meaning in this case. Ever is just to emphasize the action. Because I can say, have you stayed up all night? That's okay. But have you ever stayed up all night? That is to emphasize the action. It's to make it more dramatic, more emphasized. So I want you to, on a piece of paper, answer those three questions and use the same tense. For example, number one is present continuous. Your answer should be present continuous. Number two is simple past. Your answer should be the simple past. And three is present perfect. Your answer should be the present perfect. All right. Could all of you do that in your notebook, please? Ismael, you can write your answers in the chat board. Please take 3 to 4 minutes. And let me know when you are finished, please. The instruction is to write your answers to the three questions using the same tense. All right? Jackie and Nikte, are you finished? Oh, don't worry.